and bring you money. Bring your
Right.
car and bring your property, because now we're talking money. Now we're talking business. And see, I told you she was bad business and she was bad company, and you said, no, it's none of your business. I'm just saying the way we use terms and words and the way our system actually, in fact, really works, you would be just shocked to know what you're really doing living on this earth right now that you have no idea.
Absolutely.
You go to a bank and have no idea in the world where a bank is, what a bank is. Why do you go to court? You play tennis on a court. You play basketball on a court. The whole idea of going into a court is you have two teams. They're called teams of lawyers. And the one team puts the ball back in the other guy's court. So the one team stands up and throws the ball back all across the courtroom into that team's court. Now they have to stand up and throw the ball back in your court. Then you stand up and defend and throw the ball back in their court. And the judge is there as a referee. He doesn't care who wins or loses. He's going to get paid anyway, so it doesn't matter. Because he rules from the bench. Look it up in a law dictionary. Look up the word bench. A bench is a bank in Latin. So the judge rules from the bench. He rules from the bank. Somebody's going to pay their debt to society. Somebody's going to pay. Money's going to change hands. Because you're a biological battery. And they own your body. It's a biological, living, breathing, electrical system, a body. So if you and so your body is made up of 90% water.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't get bailed out, that's what you do if your ship is going under. You get a bail and trying to bail out. And so if you don't have bail, if you can't make bail, then they're going to put your body in a cell, which is the electrical unit. We call them a battery. So therefore, you're going to be put in a cell because your body is an electrical, biological electrical unit. So they're putting you in a cell. The judge rules from the bench, which is a bank. And where do you find banks? You find banks on both sides of a river. They're called river banks. What does a river bank do? It directs the flow of the currency, because your money is called currency, because it's a current. It's the ebb and flow of the biological entities that are using it. You need to understand how this stuff really works.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a story that most people will never figure it out.
So why the big cover-up with different religions? Is that another, to keep other people?
No, it's like a smorgasbord. I mean, not all people like the same food. People will always support what they like. If you love country music, you're not going to pay $40 for a rap concert. And if you like opera, you're not going to pay $50, for an acid rock concert. People will pay for and support what they want to eat.
That's true.
What they want to hear. And they will pay a lot of money for something they really want to hear, and wouldn't walk across the street for something they don't want to hear.
Right.
And so the guys who run the planet, the Knights Templars who run this planet since the 9th century A.D., have been running the world, and especially the Western world. They realize not all people eat the same food. Not all people like the same music. So what you're dealing with is you're dealing with the human spirit. You're dealing with the human. So not all of them like the same thing. So you give them different music, different foods, different clothes according to their culture. And what is a culture? It's called like a disease on a piece of glass under a microscope. We call it a culture. Well, that's what we are. We are a culture. And your culture wears certain clothes and eats certain foods. And but other people in other areas of the world, they don't wear what you wear. They don't eat what you eat. That's their culture. And so, I don't even know where I'm going with this, because it's all very obvious once you figure out how the world really works.
Right.
How this stuff actually works.
We have about 5 minutes left on the show. Is there anything you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Well, I would just say, if you're really interested in any of this material and how the world works and how your body is a security and all that kind of thing, go on my website to jordanmaxwell.com and go to links, Links, to the links. And I don't put links on there to just fill out the space. I put links on my website because they're important. And scroll down the links and you will see a set of links, because I put my links in different categories. And scroll down till you come to commerce and law. There's a series of links on the commerce and law. The first one, and the first and second one, read all of those on the commerce and law on the links. And it will, for the first time, explain all the stuff I've been talking about. It's all right there in your face. Second, I would advise you to go to the top of the page where it says research and hit that. It will take you to a group of boxes, all the different color boxes, and each one's a different subject. And do some research on your own. Actually read what's on my website that represents many, many years of occult or hidden research that most people will never be privy to know exists. It's all right there, but most people don't bother to do that kind of in-depth research. So I would suggest go on my website and check it all out. Check it all out. There's a lot of stuff on my website that will show you where to go to find more information on all kinds of subjects. It's all right there. And it wouldn't hurt anything if you wanted to go to the store and buy some of the videos and stuff that I have, because I've got a lot of videos that I've gotten in trouble for doing and have been threatened. So you might want to get them while they're still available, because I've had threats for some of the things I'm putting out and some of the stuff I'm talking about. Happily, I don't have a family anymore. My family's gone. I don't own anything, so it can't take anything from me. And therefore, the only thing I have left is my life, and it's not worth a plug nickel. So, as far as I'm concerned, and so
I think you might be surprised at how many people will be logging on and looking at some of this. I mean, people are open to this now.
Well, I would just say if you're interested, you better look at it now while you can, because very soon you may not be able to be privy to this kind of information.
All right, George.
Dangerous.
Okay, I just want you to hang on the line for just a second while I wrap this up.
Right. So.
Next week we'll